Traveling on ribbons of steel would bring about the birth of new towns all across America. The first railroad in the state of Texas was the Buffalo Bayou, Brazos, and Colorado Railway, which began operation in August of 1853. During the Civil War, construction on the railroad was temporarily halted, but with the end of the war, construction continued at a rapid pace. Early in 1885, there were hints that the Gulf, Colorado, and Santa Fe Railroad might build through Runnels County. Well, in 1886, the railroad held its now famous auction and sale of lots, and that very first train puffed its way into our county and our lives, giving birth to a new town called Ballinger. Everyone was on hand to welcome the train.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this, one of the greatest celebrations ever held in Runnels County. This event will go down in the pages of our history. It will be known as the day that we crossed over that threshold of yesterday into the realm of tomorrow. But enough talk. Now, while we await that great moment in our history, while we await the arrival of that first train, while we await that extreme monumental event, let's all join hands for a good old-fashioned reel. Hey, come on, everyone. Let's get those feet moving. Texas style, that is. Well, what in the world are you supposed to be?
The train, of course.
The train? You've got to be kidding.
Well, what do you want, mister? This is a low-budget show. All aboard!
You know, unlike the city of Ballinger, a well-planned and laid-out railroad town, our little community of Winters was like Topsy. It just growed. As early as 1880, there were two families living just about a mile southeast of the present city of Winters at a place called Bluff Creek Valley. Later in 1888, they were joined by 8 more families. By the following year, 1889, Winters had a general store located in the southwest corner of Main and Dale. Now, it goes on to say that it was during this time in our history that... What in the world is that sound? It sounds like splashing water. Yes, it does sound like water, like splashing water. I can't imagine. What in heck? Who the devil are you, and just what do you think you're doing there?
Hey, Dad Nabbit, just what do you think I'm doing here? What's it look like? Ain't you never seen anybody take a bath before? Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking a bath. Hey, ain't this Saturday night?
A bath? Why, you can't take a bath here. Don't you know that this...
Say, did you snitch my soap? I can't find my rubber ducky either. Hey, varmint, you take my rubber ducky? Well, did you take it?
You must be out of your tree. I don't believe this. No, I don't have your soap, and I can assure you that I didn't take your rubber ducky. Now, I'm telling you, sir, you just can't take a bath here.
Oh, heck. Ain't that the darndest thing? I know I had 'em when I come in here. Hey, whilst we're at it, just what are you all made up for? You some kind of actor-type fella?
Why, yes, I am. And it really isn't any of your business what I am. I just don't usually get all riled up and lose my temper, but in your case, I might just make an exception.
Well, what are you standing there with that stupid look on your face? Just what are you doing here?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm telling a story about Winters, and I was just about to...
I thought so. A storyteller. Why, Shaw. I've been known to stretch truth now and then.
Now, cut that out. I'm not that kind of a storyteller.
There just ain't no other kind.
Yes, there is, and I'm it. Anyway, I'm trying to tell you the story about Winters in Texas, and I'm sure that you don't know...
Why, shucks. Why didn't you say so? I know all about that. Just where are you now in that there book you're hanging on to?
Well, not that it's any of your business, but I was about to mention some of the events that took place around here during the 80s and 90s. And I was going to say that...
Well, did you mention that it was in the year 1890 by act of the state legislature, the town of Winters was incorporated? At a meeting that was held at the schoolhouse, the citizens voted to name the town in honor of J.M. Winters. Did you say anything about the following year a post office and a blacksmith shop were part of the general store? And did you say anything about how in the same year the mail was carried from Bounger to Abilene in a two-horse-drawn hack? Shucks, by 1892, Winters' population was 163, and we had a stagecoach. Bet you didn't mention any of this, did you? Huh? Well?
Well, I would have if you hadn't butted into this show, and...
Say, anyway... You can go on ahead now, 'cause this here's water getting cold. Hey, you sure you ain't got my rubber ducky? How about my soap? Oh, it don't matter nohow. Now get out of my face and get that blasted light off me right now.
I'll say this for you. You certainly do know your history, and I'm certain that the audience appreciates all you've told them.
Audits? I don't see no audits. You just being funny or something? Now get out and get that light off me right now.
Sir, I have been trying to tell you that there are literally hundreds of fine Winters folks sitting out there just watching you make a fool of yourself.
Why, you holler-headed, flap-eared, short-haired, for your information, I don't have to come here to make a fool of myself. I can do that just about anywhere I go. Now, I ain't going to tell you again. Get that light off me right now.
But
That's it. I done warned you.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please help me prove to this gentleman that I'm right? On the count of 3, please applaud very, very loud and just make so much noise he'll have to believe me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Taking a bath. Well, I sure hope he finds his rubber ducky. The year of the 90s was marked by important dates and events that would bring about many changes both at home and across the nation. Here at home, the first recorded land deed in Winters was that of J.W. Murray, whose edition was laid out in 1899. By this time, Winters had 2 livery stables, one owned by Earl Edward and the other by W.T. Barrett. Robert Cook was our first physician, followed by Dr. N. Rubottom. The Griffin and Murray cotton gin and corn mill was a thriving business. Across the nation, America was involved in another war. The